everyone, my name is Ina, and today we have Professor Dr. Abdul Rashid, Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry from Manipal University College, who will be sharing with us about dentistry and if this profession is still worth pursuing. So before we begin, a little background about our esteemed speaker today. So Professor Dr. Rashid is the Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry at Manipal University College Malaysia, an established researcher in the academic field with over 40 published articles. Prof. Rashid has a string of research innovation awards under his belt from Pencipta, ITEX, and Malaysia Technology Expo. His current research interests includes dental, public health, and medical education. Prof. Rashid has contributed a great deal for the dentistry profession, including serving as member of the Malaysian Dental Council, Joint Technical Committee for Dental Undergraduate Program, Joint Technical Committee for Evaluation of Dental Specialty Program, and has audit for dental programs and university self-accreditation under the Malaysian Qualification Agency. Well, that's quite a number of things that you did there, Professor. What a mouthful.
It
Nice.
go with age.
Yes. It's a pleasure to have you on board with us. Prof, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How about you, Nina?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, it's been a pretty good
Good,
day today.
good. And a
All right.
pretty smile as well. You
Thank
having?
you so much, Prof. Thank you. I guess maybe we can just kick start with this session. I'll just ask you, you've had quite a journey in the field. Have you always wanted to be a dentist, and what were some of the deciding factors that led you to choose this path?
Okay, I think this is very common. Yeah, since our primary school, the teacher will always ask us, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" So being at the time, all the field of a professional, in terms of being a doctor, being a teacher, being an engineer, all that I can name in, I will name in at the stage at the primary level. But as I grow up, I realized that my interest is actually in being a healthcare provider. That means a doctor and also a teacher. So it was narrowed into these two domains of what I want to do when I grow up. So when I joined the university with that one purpose, to be a medical doctor,
Okay.
right? Because I was offered also to do this teaching program, all right, education, yeah, and I choose to do pre-U at UM at that time, yeah, associate science at University Malaya, with the aim of becoming a doctor. But I'm not sure whether I want to be a medical doctor or I want to be a dental doctor.
Okay. Interesting.
And that wanting to be an educator is still with me. So when I look at the surrounding in our hometown, at the time I'm looking at, we already have a few medical doctor in the community at that time, at least 3 or 4 during my time, but none of them are a dental doctor. So my father is a religious teacher.
Mhm.
He was put to me that it is part of your obligation toward the community if you can take dental doctor, because we have already medical doctor at the time, but we do not have dental doctor. Perhaps you can contribute more to the community, looking in the oral health of these people. So when I thought about it, I think, yeah, well, I'd like to be the first. So being the first, I think this is my chance to be the first dental doctor in the community. So here I am, yeah, after how many years? 30 years. I'm still
Wow.
there. Yeah, even I have retired twice actually.
Oh wow. And what made you like go back into the field again?
Okay, I retired from the public services at the age of
Mhm.
51, optional retirement. After starting the program, in one of the prestigious university in Malaysia, at that time there's only one or two university, public university. then when the child is able or the baby is able to run and walk, you always have an itchy hand, want to have another child. So the time is right, then Manipal, open up that opportunity for me.
Okay. I
So,
see.
I came to Manipal, yeah, with that experience of establishing that faculty in one of that Apex University, bringing in that experience, wanting to do better, want to move further into the field of dentistry. And I think I never regretted taking up dentistry. The reason because I can carry the title doctor, and at the same time I become an educator.
Yes. So you basically fulfilled your childhood dreams through this.
Exactly.
All
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright.
So how long does it take for a student to go from, a bachelor dental surgeon degree to becoming a practicing dentist and specialist? Perhaps you can walk us through the journey and what it entails.
All right. So the only difference between medical doctor and dental doctor is that in our program, in the dental program, we do not have that housemanship,
Okay.
whereby you need to go another 2 years or 1.5 years training or 1 year's training after you have graduated from the program. In dentistry, the program outcome is actually to create a graduate or to nurture a student that can be independent upon graduation. So our objective is that once you have graduated from any dental program, a 5 years dental program, you can be an independent practitioner, right? So independent practitioner, that means you can perform all the scope of dentistry without any supervision required. But nevertheless, because at that time we do not have enough dental surgeons in the public sectors, the government have put it as a requirement for us to do mandatory services.
Mm,
Yeah. So what we are still maintaining now is that mandatory services with the government for 1 year, right? So if you have already completed that mandatory services after 1 year of mandatory services with the government, you can set your own clinic.
mm,
You can be independent. You can share with your friends, can have a group, a practice group, yeah,
okay.
and also you can work with others
Right.
who, maybe you want to pursue into a special domain or specialty, that you are, or niche that you are interested in. You cannot be a general practitioner for long. Perhaps you want to do something not at a specialist level. Perhaps you want to be good in certain niche area. For example, you want to be good in aesthetic dentistry. You want to be good in implantology. After that mandatory services, you can actually go in and work with those people who are renowned in that area. This is
Mm,
what our students in Manipal are doing, because in our training we did, invite these people to come in so that we can introduce them
right.
to our students, creating opportunity for them.
Okay, that's interesting. You did mention that the only difference that separates between dental and medical students is that medical students need to do housemanship, whereas dental students don't. So in a lot of ways, they do save a lot of time because right after you graduate, you straight away do your compulsory services and then you can practice.
Yes.
So because of this, some say that dentistry is easier than medicine. Is this true, or is this a misconception? And what else do most people often get wrong about this field?
So the definition of easier is relative. Okay. So if you're in a medical program, if you work hard, it will be easy as well.
It's true.
Likewise also, if you work hard in dental, it will be easy. But if you're thinking, comparing between medical and dental, you will see that dental is an easier path of becoming a doctor. I think you are not quite right. And because these are the thing that we are getting students who come in dental, they thought that is the easiest alternative of having a DR title in front of them.
Right.
Yeah. But learning dentistry and learning medicine for the first 2 years in the preclinical years, year one and year two, is almost the same.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, in dentistry, we have additional subject for dentistry. Having
Oh,
said that, having said that, in the preclinical level, the only difference that they see is easier in dentistry, perhaps the depths of knowledge that is required
right.
in that preclinical sciences.
Okay.
But the width of knowledge is almost the same.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate more on what is it that you said the difference? Like, is it because it only focuses on specific areas as opposed to medical students focusing on the entire like human biology?
Okay. So this is another misconception.
Okay.
When they talk about dentistry, they thought that dentistry only the head and the neck.
Okay.
Right. Have you seen an individual without any other body parts?
No.
So how is it possible you are going to treat an individual not knowing about their heart status, you
Right.
know, yeah, not knowing about their perhaps any physical difficulties, yeah, not able to move, yeah, a certain part of their bodies. How can we assist them, yeah, in enjoying a better quality of life, yeah? So this is where I was saying that the width of studying dentistry and medicine is almost the same. It
Mm,
has to be the individual. It cannot be the parts of the body,
right.
right? In medicine, they think they study a lot about they think they study, yeah, a lot of things, yeah, of an individual. But the only difference in dentistry is that we study, yeah, a lot thing, but our focus is
Mm,
more to a specific area.
right. Right.
So I could equate this to, like ENT surgeon, for
Okay.
example.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, after they have completed their 5 years, they learn more about the ENT, ear,
Yes.
nose, and
Yes.
throat.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or we talk of the any other surgeon, for example. Yeah, they zoom into uh, cardiothoracic surgery, for example. Yeah, but in dentistry, it is part of that, that head and neck, our specific area is already embedded in the undergraduate curriculum. That make the difference.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. I think I read somewhere that the dentist can tell if someone is pregnant or if they have diabetes just from the like how their gum looks like and how their teeth is placed. So I think that was pretty interesting. Mm.
Yeah, exactly. But study have shown also, if you are not brushing your teeth also, in a study is done in an elderly,
Oh, okay.
they found that, the percentage of people who are not taking care of their oral health, their lifespan will be shorter as compared to those
Right.
who really
Right.
take care of their.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
When we
very
talk about the
interesting.
last lifespan, it is about the whole body, it's about the soul. It is not
Yes.
about,
Yes.
you know, it is
Yes.
interrelated.
Okay, that's very
The head and
interesting.
neck is not being fragmented or disconnected from the body.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So in dentistry, we learn everything, yeah, but more in the head and neck region.
Okay, I see. All right. Thanks so much, Prof. What are some of the realities of dental school? For those who wants to pursue this, they might have a distorted perception of what dental school might look like. So what do you think students should expect when venturing into this field?
Yeah, as we said earlier, the reality is that dentistry is not easier than medicine.
Mm.
Don't think of dentistry as an alternative pathway of becoming a doctor. Yeah, to carry that title DR in front of your name.
Mm.
Yeah, it is not that easy. So we have seen students coming in with that thought, they will not be doing well.
Right.
They will be, dropping out from the program. Yeah, after 1 or 2 years, they find that they cannot cope because they come with
Mm.
that perception of
That's
this is
easier.
easier.
Mm.
Yeah, so we have to have people who really interested to take up dentistry. You know, because studying dentistry is not about easy or about passing the examination. Because passing examination will come naturally with the assistance of the lecturer. But you must remember, you are learning dentistry or medicine is to pursue your career. So to pursue a career, you cannot just simply have an average of C, from year 1 to year 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So you cannot be doing just the minimum procedures or requirement just to fulfill the requirement of education to pass the examination. No, you have to have that spirit of wanting to learn from your professors, from your mentors. Yeah, the learning should also occur also outside the classroom.
That's true.
Yeah. So these are the number one misconception that we are seeing after how many years, the more than 30 years in dental education. I think we are seeing this. Number two, we are also saying that, like you asked me, is it your childhood dream to become a doctor or dental surgeon? You know, so that was actually in us right from a standard one to after foundations, yeah, foundation in science study, or after that A level or STPM level, you say that, oh, we are now in the program that we always wanted to be.
Mm.
So you feel that nothing more to achieve after you have been in that program because you achieve what you want to be. But that is not right, actually. As I was saying, it's not about achieving to be a doctor or in a program to pass a program. It's about what is in store for you in future
That's true.
to be a good have care workers.
Mm.
Because you remember, you are contributing to the society, to
Mm-hmm.
the community, and you have to be a safe practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these are the things that we are putting into our students to inculcate, and so that's why we believe in nurturing them. We do not believe in educating them.
Right.
Educating means you can educate people and pass. Okay, you pass, you have achieved the right level, you go out. No, no, there is not MUCM. MUCM is to nurture people to be a good healthcare worker.
Right.
Yeah, enjoying a good quality of life and giving back that good quality of life to the community so that they can enjoy a good quality of life as well. So
Right.
it's a mutual benefit for those in dentistry and also for the community. It's not
Right.
about one side benefit or advantage.
All
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense, Prof. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. A lot of times people think that they enter these like schools, this medical school, and they just want to get the A's, they want to get the certificate, and then they think they're done. But especially when you're in the healthcare field, it's so important to have ethics and the
that's right.
morality to perform because you have to like treat people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
All right.
yes.
Let's jump into the dental graduates in Malaysia. So last year, the Malaysian Dental Association stated that there is an overproduction of dental graduates. In fact, it stated in the Public Service Department that we're facing difficulties providing permanent posts for dental officers due to limited facilities. What are your thoughts on this? Are there too many dentists in Malaysia?
All right. As I was saying, I will not contra to that, Ni, but we have to look into the statistic.
Okay.
Right. I just want to bring the attention of the audience, perhaps. the Malaysian Dental Council website have all the statistic. Open up at the Malaysian MDC website. Look at the number of registered dentists in the country. If I'm not mistaken, up to now, this year, up 2021, because they conclude at the December, there's about 12,581 registered dentists in the country. What about our population?
With millions.
Yes, it's a million population,
Yeah.
right? So that is one. Number two, late last year or only, we have been, we have heard about this bogus doctor,
Yes.
bogus orthodontist,
Yes.
orthodontics, giving the orthodontic treatment, providing the online services at
Mm.
hotel
Yes,
services.
yes, yes.
Why is it so? Because of the unmet demand.
Right.
When there is an unmet demand, it shows what? There is a gap in the services.
Right.
When there is a gap of services, then dental surgeon is still needed.
That's true.
Yeah, it's still needed. Right. We are talking about dental surgeon. We have not got into the specialty, dental specialist. Yeah. How many specialists do you have seen a dental specialist in your hometown? Around. Look around. There's a gap there also, right? Right. When the MDA or when any organization talk about saturation of dental or medical, are they focusing to one area, one state, a big, a metropolitan city in urban area? What about those people in a less unfortunate community?
Who don't have access to this.
So there's still a gap there.
Yes.
There's still a gap there, right? I hope I've already, answered your question about the number of dentists in the country. Is it saturated? You know, well, it is in the dental profession. We also have to look in future direction where we are moving.
Mm.
Being a specialist, and we must also look into the advancement in the technology. It keep changing.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So we really still, I strongly believe, if you ask me, I strongly believe there is still a market, yeah, in
Mm.
dentistry. And as I was saying, that in dentistry, after 5 years, you can work independently, yeah. So you can set your own clinic.
Mm.
Hmm? So the market force will shows whether you are needed in that area or not. So to be good in the market force, you have to be good, yeah, in your skill. That is why we are nurturing those students at the university level, so that they will be competitive when they are out, yeah, in the market.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Let's jump into a question I think a lot of students might be interested in, which is salary. How much do dentists and dental specialists really make?
Uh, all right. If you compare the public services and the private services, I think previously the private services are making a lot more.
Mm.
Yeah. But now, if you're working with somebody in the private sectors, it's almost equivalent to those with the government servant,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Right. I can just quote my salary.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting around all in all around 30K a
Mm.
month.
Okay.
My student, my student, yeah, who have 2 or 3 clinic is making around 80 to 100K a month.
Wow.
30K is nothing to them. They come to my office one day, they say, sir, 30K is nothing.
Wow.
So
Wow.
both of us are in the private sector. You see? Yeah,
Okay.
both of us are in the private sector. So that's why I say if you work with somebody, that is how much you will be earning. But if you work on your own, you have your
Mhm.
own clinic, 80 to 100 is minimum, they were saying. 30
Wow.
is nothing.
Wow. Earlier you mentioned you said that if you open your own clinics with other people, it is almost comparable with those working in public sector. Could you care to elaborate on that? Are you implying that people like dentists working in the public sector also earn a decent amount of salary?
Yeah, because they have in public sector, they has grades, special grades, and their salary will be based on the grades.
Right.
For example, if you are a JUSA C, special grade C, yeah, you'll be earning around 18 to 20, or JUSA grade B, 25 to 29 or 30, JUSA A 30, so that scheme is already there in
Right.
the government sectors, right? So like us, when we are working with the institution like this, so
Mhm.
we have to, the salary has to be equivalent to those in the public sectors. So it
Right.
has to be at par. But if you're working, that's why I share my salary to say that it's almost, equivalent
I
to
see.
those
I see.
senior dental surgeon in the country, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So would you say that there isn't much difference? For example, comparison to private and public sector, students will still get an adequate amount of salary, with experience, even if they enter public or private sector. Because I know that we see a lot of dentists in private practice. Like you go into any city, any town, you will see dentists left and dentists, clinics left and right. So are you saying that like dental graduates, like no matter which path they go to, they're still in a lucrative industry?
Okay. The few students that came back, you know, they quit the government sectors.
Mm,
They joined the private sectors.
right.
So what they're getting is that they get the basic salary
Mm-hmm.
of equivalent to those in the government sectors.
Okay.
On top of that, they also go by sharing of what they call it, sharing of profit.
Right. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get it now.
So if you do better, you see more patient, you have no patient come to
Mhm.
you do more implant, you do a lot of, crown and bridges and auto, something like that. Yeah. Then there will be some sharing of profit between that, you and your supervisor.
I see.
The basic salary is almost equal to those in the government sector. That is what
Mhm.
they've been practicing right now.
I see.
Yeah. But most importantly, this graduate who went to the private sectors to be with these seniors, they are there to learn from the seniors. They're not
Right.
looking at the salary as much because they
Right.
know the aim is they want to have their own practice later.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I understand. It's like having like some sort of mentor that you can learn from in your own like
Exactly.
vicinity. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Let's jump to the next question, and it's about technology and how things are advancing now. We're seeing most of these things being integrated in various fields, including healthcare. How is technology changing the future of dentistry, and is it a future-proof job?
I think we are very much influenced with this AI technology, artificial
Mm,
intelligence, because we are in the 4.0,
yes.
revolution technology, right? Yeah. So we cannot run away from those,
Yes.
right? Digital dentistry is already here.
Mm,
But before you can practice digital dentistry, you have to be good in the manual dentistry first.
Right.
Before you allow the machine to control your work, you must know what order you want to give to the machine.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's true.
The foundation has to be very good. And when you are good at the foundation, that's why I say you when you're good at your foundation at your undergraduate level, it's easier for you to go anywhere. If you want to go move into digital also after few years, the possibility is there.
Right.
And it was only yesterday that we invited one private company because we are moving toward private and private partnership. Yeah, private and private partnership. We want to do a collaboration looking into establishing our center as a digital center for implantology. Yeah. So we might be moving into that direction. Well, what will be the benefit of having this center here? Well, we can provide the service, but at the same time, our student can enjoy
Mm,
the early exposure of this digital. This still planning at the planning stage, still at the planning stage. Hopefully, it will be materialized before I can leave this school.
yes. Yes,
Eh?
yes.
Hopefully. So I think the technology advancement,
Mm,
yeah, really has a great influence in how we are practicing dentistry nowadays. In fact, I remember my teachers told me when I was at the undergraduate level, and I keep telling the same to my student. What you learn today might not be, relevant in
mm,
next 5 years because of the technology advancement. For that very reason, in the curriculum at the national level, yeah, we have put one of the program outcome if lifelong learners.
right.
Yeah, because it really needs, in fact, in MDC also now, we are putting that you have to secure a certain number of points, CPD point, continuous professional development points, before you can renew
Right.
your practicing certificate. So that shows that the learning is
Continuous.
continuous. It
Mm-hmm.
never stops even when you have left the dental school.
Right. So you are constantly keep up to date also with the latest trends and you can continue to practice accordingly.
Yes, actually, we are blessed between having a senior, who is having very much experience in clinical, hands-on clinical,
Mm-hmm.
and we are blessed with having juniors also who are very much into this, computer and the technology. So the good blend of the senior and the junior actually will help us to move forward with this, yeah, this agenda.
I
There is
see.
another recipe that
Mm.
we are looking at, a good blend of the teachers. I promise our students that they only learn from the best.
Mm. All right. Okay. Speaking of staying relevant and keeping up to date, what can universities do to ensure that their dental graduates are well prepared for the future? And on in this table, what does MUCM do to prepare their students for a successful career in dentistry?
Okay, you see, I did mention that in Malaysia, we sort of has a national curriculum, sort
Mm.
of, yeah, but the delivery is still up to the institution. The autonomy is still there. Yeah, and also we are almost like a competency-based education,
Mm.
whereby the Malaysian Dental Council has put in certain requirement at the undergraduate level that they have to be competent
Right.
before they can graduate from the program.
Mm-hmm.
So the secret in each institution lies in that.
Okay.
What more can you give to your student beside this minimum competency? Yeah,
I see.
that you can offer an exposure, if not to the competency level, to our student. So at MUCM, we have identified three niche area actually. Implantology, which are moving, into that direction now. Aesthetic dentistry, where we are building up our strength now, and laser dentistry, where it is still at the initial stage.
I see.
Yeah, so these are the thing that we want to bring in and expose it to our student. Beside that, we also put it to our student that the concept of lifelong learners wanting to learn more, we give them an opportunity to explore outside their curriculum.
Right.
Digital radiology, for example, with CBCT interpretation, they can come in, yeah, and discuss with our lecturers to look into what is it, because it is needed when they go out. It is not in the curriculum, but the exposure level is given
Right.
there.
Hmm. So they'll carry the
Orthodontic,
knowledge when
yes,
they graduate.
yes, orthodontics, fixed appliance is not in the curriculum. But we told them come in, sit with the lecturers, see what the lecturers are doing, build your interest there. Yeah. So these are some little bit extra that we're putting it to our student, because our concept is nurturing.
Mm.
We nurture them. We take the hand and we them want them to grow as how we are now
Right.
at the shortest time.
Mm.
We
All
took
right.
10 years to be experienced, yeah, to be where we are, but we want them to take, maybe half of that year, 5 years perhaps. So that's why we are sharing.
Alright. Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Prof. That's actually very interesting to know that MUCM is helping students in that sort of way in a very like niche direction that like even though it's not part of the curriculum but they could adopt all of these skills once they are in the working industry. Now that we've almost reached the end of our session, just finally, what words of wisdom do you have for students who are keen on pursuing dentistry?
Yeah, keep that interest burning, even if you have entered a dental school. Yeah, even if you have achieved what you want to achieve, yeah, to be securing a place in a dental school, but you have to look forward what is after that 5 years. So when you step in a dental school, do not only looking at passing the examination or passing the program at the end of the 5 years, but you have to start thinking what you want to achieve, after that 5 years. Yeah, so these are the things that you have, yeah, to have in your mind when you enter a dental school, especially the MUCM, yeah, college. We will surely ask our student that, because
Oh,
we need to nurture them. We need
hmm.
to hold their hand. So we need to know what they want to do. Yeah. So they cannot shy off from the dean's office or from the lecturer's office. And one thing about my policy, actually, I practice open door policy.
Okay.
Students, staff can walk in at any time.
All right,
Yeah.
that's actually really, really good. Thank you so much, Prof, for the insight. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end the session?
Well, number two that I would perhaps want to say is that being in dentistry, not only having a good quality of life, but also you will be able to give a good quality life to people.
Yes, that's true. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. We've reached the end of our session. Thank you so much, Prof. Rashid, for your time and providing us with helpful insights and perspective on the dentistry profession. It's been a pleasure to have you on board with us, and we hope that our audience has gained some valuable information from this session. Thank you so much, Prof. Thank
Thank
you, and
you.
have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Thank you. Same to you. Bye.
Bye bye.